No, it only gets worse, Twig Breaker. It only gets worse. What are these mobs in the game? They are big ol' mush monsters. We get it, you're broken and jaded. I'm trying to say I'm not jaded is the thing. Like, I'm trying to say... Like, try and figure out what makes you happy and stick with it early. I hate you. Oh, it's everybody's here. Everybody's here. Alright. Nope, nope. Shotgun o'clock then. Nope. Why am I using the controller? I have the magic make them go away, mouse. Like, sorry, I didn't realize I was Oh, he screamed then? My disappointment is immense. They got back up? They got back up? Oh, this is gonna be a rough one. What makes you happy will not make you money, so be sure to sell your soul to capitalism. You can sometimes get lucky, but it's rare. I'm doing my best. I'm chasing the dream. I don't want to talk about it, Twig-breaker. Mistakes. They were made. Yeah, man. I really, really like it. Why am I in a mine? Well, let me tell you. We're apparently looking for the real version of Evelyn? I don't know how would Evelyn have gotten down here. All it took was for this one cart not to be here and her story would have come to an end. You can achieve your dreams, but they have a cost and you have a budget. That's an interesting way to put it. Are you gonna save me or the fireplace after the final fight? I mean, the fireplace? Is that even a choice? I forgot to bring my knife with me? I deserve all the bad things that are going to happen to me in this stupid mine. Evelyn is host to the fungus monster. That's true, I am carrying bombs. We're Ethan now, though. We're Ethan again. Mia is trapped with the projection of the Nightmare Child. Evelyn, host of the Nightmare. There you go. Oh, I was looking at chat. Oh my god. Well, I forgot to bring my knife with me, so... Are you kidding me? Lucas is the worst pile of garbage human being in the world. Hope he chokes. Stupid fucking Lucas. Piece of garbage. Alright, don't trigger any cutscenes until I've looted the place. Was there any way to know that would happen? The only way we could have guessed that could have exploded is that we know Lucas likes to trap things. And we also know that this is where Lucas went to hide. So that's where we could have put two and two together. But why would Lucas trap a box if he's like already putting trip mines in here? If he just wants people not to chase you, why try and trick them into looking for loot? You would assume he's not thinking it's me chasing him. It's the special operatives that are freaking Bravo 1 and Bravo 2. But whatever. Thanks to you guys, it's been about a week since my head's been clear and back to normal, and she still thinks she's got me. You guys really need to work on fixing that. Not only does she look like a little kid, but she's about as stupid as one, too. Mom and Dad are still totally under, though. I was wondering, is this whole family obsession something you guys programmed into her? It's kind of fucked up. That bitch Mia is still somewhere in between EV La La Land and reality. She gets pretty violent, so I locked her up in a cell. I thought maybe Eveline would get mad since Mia's her favorite and all, but she doesn't seem to care. She actually goes and visits her sometimes. She thinks Mia's her mommy. Like I said, your bioweapon's fucked up. Eveline's family obsession's getting out of hand. She's making everyone kidnap more and more assholes off the street. Add to her freak show of a family. Maybe she's getting tired of Mia not coming around, but it's a pain in the ass for Mia because I gotta clean up the mess whenever someone new comes along. By the way, Evie's looking sick or something. Her skin's getting all wrinkly and she's getting gray hairs. Is that supposed to happen? It's almost like she's getting old all of a sudden. Oh my god. Gram's Evelyn. The old woman! Like the giveaways that follow when a computer safe is rigged. That's how Gam gets everywhere. That's her secret. She's been the little girl. Oh my god. The plot moistens. The plot congeals into a thick go. This report details the symptoms that appear when the bacterium that grows inside of the E-Series infects a human. Be sure to read this document thoroughly before dealing with E-Series weaponized assets, hereafter referred to as mold. So we made a serum out of D-Series to heal things. And now we're learning about E-Series. Initial infection. The mold ingests nutrients from the subject's body to propagate itself and slowly takes over cells within the body. As a side effect of this, the infected subject gains remarkable regenerative abilities. During experiments, we removed arms and legs from test subjects and found that they were able to co-opt the amputated limbs in a matter of minutes. Mid-stage infection. Once the mold reaches the brain, the subject's thoughts become in tune with those of the E-Series asset. The subject starts to hear things and experiences hallucinations, and soon comes under complete control of the E-Series asset. If the state continues, the host will lose all sense of ego. Complete infection. After every cell in the body has been taken over by the mold, the subject begins to lose their human form. Physical mutations differ from case to case, but all result in him or her acquiring incredible physical strength. Containing a subject at this stage would be extremely difficult. How would it get this bad if they had a whole, like, setup here, you know? Like, they kind of knew what was going on. 10 minutes out of dose, death. Necrotoxin E-Series dosage test. 5 minutes after dosing, vomit. 12 minutes after dose, cell calcification. Target acquired. That's a weird baby. E-Necrotoxin. Destroys cells of any subject based on the E-Series bioweapon model. Use only for disposal of E-Series asset. The toxin must first be stimulated before use. Do this by placing a sample of an E-Series cells into the Necrotoxin chamber. Small bottle containing tissue samples from Eveline. Ew. E-Necrotoxin. E. The project was instigated in 2000 as one of several concepts from the company NextBAS, Next Generation Experimental Battlefield Superiority Initiative, working with technical assistance from HCF to develop a bioweapon for neutralizing combatants en masse with minimal direct contact. NextBAS was later folded, and all of its assets diverted to this project. What makes this project remarkably different from conventional weapons is its ability to turn enemy combatants into allies, converting hostile elements into willing servants. Since the effectively eliminates the cost of not only POW handling, but also combat itself, it's no wonder we had the Blank and even Blank's Blank organization chomping at the bit to get on board. The project would never have existed if it were not for the discovery in Blank of Blank, the remarkably progressed vicariant evolution fungus that we commonly term the mutamycete. The fabrication method for each bioweapon was to introduce the mutamycete genome to a pre-stage 4 human embryo and perform cultivation in a controlled environment over the period of 38 to 40 weeks. The resultant organisms were referred to as candidate specimens and graded based on usability, from the impractical to the faulty. Series A through D to the perfected E series. A common appearance was selected for the bioweapons, that of a roughly 10-year-old girl to ensure ease of blending in with urban/refugee populations. The first E-series specimen, named Evelyn, has proven capable of secreting the mutamycete Blank from her tissue at will. It is also of note that Evelyn's mutamycete imposes a profound control of her body and mind when introduced to a host organism. We still have a lot to learn about the mechanism by which Evelyn achieves and maintains this control, but the working theory is that the vector is similar to the auto-inducer pheromones used for quorum sensing in Pseudomonas bacteria. Evelyn's control is exerted in a series of discrete stages, the first of which is hallucination. Almost immediately after infection, the subject begins to see images of Evelyn, although she was not in fact there, and even hear her voice, which is inaudible to anyone else. Auditions with infected subjects throughout the stages of infection reveal that at first the phantom Evelyn appears to be a normal young girl, sometimes desiring companionship or assistance. As time progresses, she begins making more and more extreme demands, including self-mutilation and attacks on other people. The psychological shock this induces helps to break down the mind's natural barriers to Evelyn's brainwashing effect. And by the time the mental control is achieved, the mutamycete infection has progressed throughout the body's cells. So the body blank. You can't remember where you read it, but they said that while females go through puberty, they have a hormonal level that borders on insanity. Making a young girl the perfect host for a nightmarish bioweapon. Evelyn's functions also include the ability to form organisms from mycelia, the fungal filaments. The term organism is used loosely here. Strictly speaking, they are superorganisms formed of countless mycelia. What's important, though, is that they exhibit a strong survival instinct and will defend themselves ferociously with the slightest provocation. Their fungal toughness and remarkable strength give them significant battlefield potential. The researchers have been calling these superorganisms the molded, made of mold, and also molded as in shaped. The name has a certain elegance to it. Yeah, now that we're at the end of the game, we're finding a lot of lore dumps. For the treatment of accidental infections, performing Blank on samples of Evelyn's body tissue produces unique fungicidal serums. Administering the serum to an infected subject will cause the mycelia to calcify, but if the subject's cells are already largely invaded, the serum will be fatal. Since the treatment window is so small, the serum's primary use is therefore disposal of infected subjects rather than a cure. In exploring the serum's potential, we found that subjecting it to Blank would enhance its effects to extreme potency, becoming a compound we now call E-necrotoxin, which blank, in even tiny amounts. What's been interesting to observe in Evelyn's behavior is her obsession with the concept of family. In experience, we found on multiple occasions that infected subjects were compelled to act as her mother or father, treating her as if she were really their daughter. Which is why we chose that great cover story. That won't complicate things. Why did she settle upon family as the theme for her mental control? This is just speculation, but it could be that she instinctively understands that a family unit is better suited to blending in social groups than a lone girl. On the other hand, well, a sentimental sort might suggest that she's making up for a perceived lack of love in her quarantine upbringing. A parent's love. These scientists obviously were not developmental psychologists who would be screaming right now, obviously. developing children that are deprived of love or companionship don't grow up right, guys. Come on.
Very good.
Very good. Alright, well, shotgun, you can go home. Proud of you. Oh my god, use. Use. When did I get you? Jam him in there. The other day we were having shower thoughts about how horrifying an alien fungi are. Yeah, fungus is wild. The study of fungus is a real fun experience because you can, like, find stories of studies on fungus that border on sci-fi. I wouldn't even say border. They are essentially sci-fi. Like the fact that, what is it called? They're neither alive nor dead. What's it called? Creeping molds? There's a type of molds that has recreated city maps in tests, just like it will efficiently lay out subway tunnels and stuff. This doesn't make sense when I say it like this without context. Like, it is so good at finding efficient routes that when placed underneath, like, a model of a city, it can make its own subway routes that are efficient. What the hell is it called? I think it's Creeping Mold Studies. Maybe take this with a grain of salt. I remember parts of it, and now I'm worried I'm just, like, screaming lunacy into chat. There's a fungus that takes over the brains of ants and they become literal zombies. Yes, that is, cordyceps fungus. Cordyceps fungus. Yes, the cordyceps in The Last of Us are based on the cordyceps that take over the minds of ants. Cordyceps is a family of fungus. There's like a bunch of them, but one of them does infect ants and turn them into literal zombies. I think I might take my flamethrower with me because I am out of... Let's reload my grenade launcher here. I am right about the creeping mold that recreates subway maps. There's a lot of really crazy studies out there. There's also a fungus that is so massive that it, like, spans miles. It's one organism, and it's miles wide. And every once in a while, like, the little bulbs that pop out of the ground that look like normal mushrooms are just little peeks at it. The giant underground fungus. There's a reason why Jeff Vandermeer, who is a great author and writes very weird stories, uses fungus so often. It is the most alien thing that's just a natural occurrence on Earth. Alright, I want to put that back and first take out the flamethrower so it automatically goes on the bar. There we go. And now take out some fuel. Let's take some solid fuel out. Supplements. Let's take that out. Strong chem fluid. I'm probably going to need that soon. And burner fuel. Take that out. There's one giant mushroom in the redwoods. That might be the one I'm talking about. I don't remember where it is. I just remember it's like miles wide. And it blew me away when I was reading about it. It's like, good lord. Damn, Mother Nature, you're scary. I think I want to make more... That... Is there a save point? I'm going to save and mix a thing. If I regret it, I might load the game. Nope, not what I wanted. Alright, mix you with you. Neuro rounds? That's not what I wanted. But I guess it's ammo. Can't say no to ammo. I read a book once that used a prion disease to simulate zombies. That's an interesting way to go about it. Machine gun ammo is probably nice to hold on to. I'll load my flamethrower. You have so many cool pictures when you process specimens from the mycology lab. Sally, you should definitely post some of that in the Discord. I would love to take a look. Just gotta make a bunch of stuff. Ah, damn it, it makes flame rounds? I was really trying to make, you know, flamethrower stuff. Well, I think that's all. Yep. Guess I'll make a Healy. Alright, got neuro rounds. Let's put a couple of things away. Nah, we'll hold on to everything. Not putting nothing away. Machine gun time. Let's do this. Spiders aren't that scary. Patient Zero by Jonathan Mayberry. I'll have to check that out. If you could post that in the Discord, that is where I always look things up after I'm done streaming, because I can't remember things during the stream, but post-stream, I just go through the Discord and I look at all the stuff people were talking about. Put that handgun ammo around. No one wants handgun ammo for this. Curl protein strands that are immune to heat and antibiotics. Prions? Yeah, nothing fun about that. You don't want that in your brain. Did I come through this door? Yes, alright, back into the tunnels. Oh, thank you for posting that Discord link. We're just gonna go back into the house, aren't we? Oh, that's what I wanted to see. Which chat? For that kind of thing, either of them works. Watching and read box would make sense. We're trying to clean up some of our many channels. Like, we like keeping things specific so folks don't have to mute that much. But we have gone overboard recently. But the watch and read box is about posting, like, here's a book or here's a movie that people should check out. Am I hearing someone singing? I think I was. Die. Can we not die? Uh oh, that's a dead end. How are you all so close to me? I didn't know this was a dead end. Oh, I have so many regrets. Well, that's one way to do it. Ah! Son of bitch. You muted everything? Unmute the poll box. That one's handy dandy for finding out what people want to see on stream. Son of every bitch. Good lord. Let's make sure we're ready. Evelyn! Stop it! For being a very bad girl. Oh, there's more friends around me. Yeah, but if you don't go into the poll box to vote for them, and it loses by one vote, then you don't get to see him. This kid sucks. Oh really? You survived that. Alright, if you're gonna send me monsters, please clump them up so I can blow them all up. Oh, thank you very much, Toybreaker. I will check it out. If you want a fun zombie book to read, the guy who wrote Let the Right One In also wrote a book about zombies called Handling the Undead. I found that to be a pretty enjoyable read. Have you read any Brandon Sanderson? What have they written? I'm really bad with names, but I'm great with, like, book names. I was reading chat. Very grimdark. I'm not opposed to grimdark. Sir, 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 sir. Fucking... blew myself up. What was I out of? Oh, I have flamethrower ammo now. Wait, no, I came from there. Here's where she shouts, die. This time without being stuck in a frickin' corner. Oh, they're so healthy. Alright. I would like to put you in my quick use slot. If I have a problem... There we go. That's what I want. There's not enough fuel in there to make that effective anymore. What's that, Joe? 2 different counts? Thanks, Sally. Ooh. Rip tells you how many times I died. Rip plus adds 1 to the counter. And if you're worried about the overall time I've died ever on stream, every time someone does Rip plus, it does add to the massive count. So I believe it's a Rip count will show you the number of times I've died ever. You still fucking alive? Are you kidding me? No, you're dead. Alright, maybe I can't remember the command. There is a command to show them all. I'll let you know when I look it up later. It gets complicated with all these weird commands. Well, there it is. Turns out no space. Thank you, Twig Breaker. 509 times ever. You suck, kid. It might be a little finicky and count it every time someone does Rip or Rip Plus, but whatever, it's all in good fun. Exclamation mark Rip will give you the number of times I've died in a specific game I'm playing. Well, I'm glad you all came down the stairs already. Anyone ahead of me? No? Fuck you. Ah, you have taken away from the Rip Plus. Oh, that's what you meant. Yes, yes, Rip Minus does work the way you expect it to. Well, they're grenade rounds, you know? I expect them to blow up. How about no? No! No! No, no touch, no touch. Only look. Only look. No touch. Okay. Are we okay now? Are we safe? So many friends down here. First assassination scene, so much fun. When he messes it up, yes. I really like that he messes up the first assassination. Because he wouldn't be good at that. This is his first time. Talking about Ghost of Tsushima, for anyone confused. I mean, the final confrontation's probably going to be me and an old geriatric woman in a wheelchair. So I imagine these are the final encounters, these moments we're having here. Oh yeah, I have no idea what's gonna happen. No one's ever transformed into a huge... Damn it! You know, you're right. That is how every Resident Evil game ends, is someone turns into a very large monster. Alright, you got me there. Oh, hello. I've made your 30 minutes of work turn into 2 hours. I'm glad I'm keeping you entertained. Should have been here for our first Resident Evil 7 stream. That is still one of my favorite streams of all time. A lot of dumb running jokes throughout that stream. 2-hour conversation with a woman in a wheelchair talking about geopolitics and the la-la-la-la-loo. She gets up and she'll wield 2 katanas. Wheelchair. Small doll. So you're the real Evelyn. Game over. You're welcome. Huh?
It's not here. It's gone. It's gone.
The katanas will be called the Democrat and the Republican. Oh, look at that. There was a door. But I'm going back in the house. Damn it. E001. You know, I like that a lot. The game told us, literally in the first 10 minutes, that the old woman was, in fact, the monster we're looking for. We didn't know that it was called Evelyn or sorry, we didn't know it was called E-Series or E001, but we get a picture at the very beginning with the old woman and it says E-001. I like that a lot. That's very good. A+. Hello? We'll dial a number. 911. We're back in the initial house. This is all canon for Metal Gear Solid 2. It's a nice, like, I'm replaying the game experience. Listen, kid.
This is your fault.
Why am I seeing this?
Oh, I don't know, Ethan. Maybe because you're infected, you stupid. Checking here real quick. Ah, yes, the less good fireplace. Not nearly as sexy as the other one. I prefer the other fireplace. The Paper Mario game is messing with my head because every time a piece of wallpaper is peeling off. Hey, remember this? This is when she cut off our hand.
Kill him, Mommy.
But you shouldn't have done that! It fucking hurts!
He doesn't want to be my daddy? Then he can die.
No one asked me about being a daddy.
Now it's Mommy's turn to kill you.
It's almost like vintage fireplaces. You like those good black and white, unshaven fireplaces? The natural experience. I prefer the old fireplaces myself. It's better that way. Yeah, you made me look at the fireplace again, Twigbreaker. Goddamn fireplaces. Unshaven fireplaces is a line. My brain is mush, but I was like, alright, 70s vintage porn. What was like the theme of that? Ah, full bush. Say something about shaven fireplaces. And by the time all that came out of my mouth, the other part of my brain was, this is on the internet forever. What if you want to be president? Your mom's gonna be so disappointed when you don't get a career in politics going.
You're gonna be one of us. And then maybe you'll play nicely.
I'm not playing.
No! Get that away from me!
Oh.
Don't need your pity.
Well, it's a hallucination. Get out of here, lady.
Go back home.
You're not real! It's true. Nothing stops you from being president anymore. We've gotten to the point of absurdity these days. Is that where you light leafy branches on fire? That's where you light blocks of cheddar cheese on fire. As long as they're Patrick's block of cheddar cheese, that's where you should be lighting them on fire. Well, that door won't open. That's a bigger door! I'm glad you enjoyed the cheese being lit on fire. Smoking that Gouda. Joke's on you! I like my wife when she has a chainsaw.
Get away! No, don't! Yay!
Oh, I'm taking damage.
Get away! Leave me alone!
The woman that had a chainsaw is my wife!
No, you don't! Yay!
Get in there. No, this is not my wife. The one with the chainsaw was my wife.
No! No, no, no!
You.
Why does everyone hate me?
Goodbye.
It's not your fault.
Damn you! Damn you all to hell!
Oh no. Oh no. I think she's becoming the house. Oh yes, there it is. Hello. I'd like to leave now. Back up! She bit my arm. May I recommend grenades? Grenades seem like a good idea. Yeah, she just ate the fire. That was just snacks for her. Well, out of the good stuff.
You're just a little boy.
Ow. I think I'm out of grenades. Let me load my gun! Her attack rate is exactly 1 millisecond faster than I can reload my gun. Ow. Stop hitting me! You could have had one, I'm sorry! The Homeowners Association's gonna be so pissed about this. Man, Resident Evil really has a thing, which is giant monster at the end, someone throws you a gun. Hero Ryan, how's it going? Thank you so much for that raid. Someone give Ryan a shout out, please. Salty Sailor, how's it going? Hello, everybody. Thank you for that raid. How is your stream, Ryan? Tell me all about it. I am Chris here at Shake the Box. I stream here as well as another person named Jimmy. Ad Astra. He may or may not be in chat right now. And you showed up for the very end of Resident Evil 7. You're exhausted. That's usually a good sign, right? Good stream? You missed the whole game into the Cocutus. Book Lover. Unknown. Lobster. Glad you guys are all doing good. Wolfosaurus, some good names in here. Scooby-Doo. Who's this mysterious man? Hello.
I'm Redfield.
Man, he looks a lot different from the trailer for Resident Evil 8. Good lord.
What took you guys so long?
It's a new tool assisted best for you.
Ethan?
Hey, you're alive, wife.
Mia. You made it. I'm glad.
I am paying attention. Good night, Salty Sailor. She looks very oily. I bet. I mean, she was covered in weird ooze.
Another opens. Well, a door.
Thanks for the follow. Edom Woo King.
What a long
Welcome to Shake the Box
life.
family.
But not just for me. Mia and I weren't the only victims here. So were the Bakers. It was that thing, Evelyn, who made them that way.
Except for Lucas, he was kind of a monster.
But now Evelyn's dead.
You see, Umbrella were the good guys in this one.
I had just come to terms with losing Mia. But now she's back and wants to start over. Put all this behind us.
I should have told her I have a girlfriend now.
Maybe this is where the next door opens.
They're under new management. Yeah, I can't remember if it's 4 or 5 where you learn that Umbrella was dissolved following the Umbrella accident and was made into a group that hunts down bioweapons. Yeah, we did all the work. Are they called Umbrella Corporation? Because if they're not, then it's a new corporation. Nice end credits song we got going on. Well, as always, when we finish a game, we talk about the game over the credits. This might be weird for some of you who just got here. Oh, thank you very much for the bitty bits. Carrie Joe, thank you so much. I really liked it. I really liked Resident Evil 7. I thought this was a lot of fun to play. I have basically no complaints about it. The first-person thing is a great change-up for the whole franchise. I still think I prefer third-person Resident Evil. But this was a great game. Very enjoyable. Very excited for Resident Evil 8, or Village. They're very adamant we call it Village. Which is looking very much like if Resident Evil and Bloodborne had a baby, and Resident Evil won the custody battle and got to raise it. We do have a couple of those DLCs we could check out. The name Neo Umbrella Corps. Is that mentioned in this game, or is that like something we learned somewhere else? Does it win the control scheme battle? Probably not, given that Village is going to be a first-person perspective game. You bet Resident Evil 7... Sorry, you bet Resident Evil Village is like 7.5, and then they'll do 8 later. But the reveal at the PlayStation event specifically did Village with the Roman numerals for 8 showing up. So I think it is going to be 8. So the DLC are okay. I've heard some are bad. I know the one that, like, is included. Yeah, it's Resident Evil 8, but they like the name Village a lot. Poor kid. How do we get the ending where we just adopt her? Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't think that's how Roman numerals work. It's 8 plus minus 0.01. You just want Silent Hill? Ah, you and me both. Or a new Fatal Frame. I would accept either one of those. I've really enjoyed playing through the Fatal Frame games one by one as well. You have to go to Skyrim for that. Ghost of Tsushima has very nice controls. They're very fluid, feel very good. But Resident Evil 8 is going to be a first-person perspective, direct continuation of this one. Except for the fact that Chris Redfield looks real different between the end of this game and the little trailer we got for 8. Like, good lord, he looks like a completely different person. You're not sure? I want to know, like, more about that kind of storyline there. Like, where did we learn about that? He gets that villain glam down. Oh yeah, we could do the Resident Evil Revelations 2. Wait, is that where we learn about it? I think I have Revelations 2. My god, that's a rabbit hole we can go down. Just play all the Resident Evil games in order and try and figure out the storyline. I would never joke. I think the free DLC that came with this is Chris Redfield looking for Lucas in the mines, is that right? It's not jacked like he is in 5. Yeah, they really messed around with his design a lot, huh? There's 3 types of DLC. There's the VHS DLC, which are Shrug. There's Chris in the Mines, which is the one I'm most excited for. Oh, and then there's the Zoe one, right? There's another one with a random guy. 5, I believe, is the one that got blasted for being racist. What's the scary game with the bear in the sequel? I think the name of the sequel is like something Bloodshot. Something Bloodshot. I am unsure, Twigbreaker. Yeah, it was 5. 5 was a real bummer because, let me tell you, 4 is still one of my favorite. Condemned 2, Bloodshot. That sounds right. Yeah, 4 was Eastern Europe. Cover for the game was an eyeball? That would definitely be Condemned then. Oh right, 4 is Spain. That's very right. Las Plagas. Yeah, 4 is Spain. 8's gonna be Eastern Europe from what people are seeing in there. I haven't finished Condemned Criminal. Varanon, thank you so much for that subscription. Great gameplay. Oh, you got it, buddy. I'm glad you enjoyed me being utterly trash at several segments of these video games today. I played some of Condemned 1, which I think is called Criminal Origins is the subtitle. I never finished it, and I played some of Condemned 2, also never finished it. I can't remember why. I just was messing around with them. 8 has that good Code Veronica nonsense you so crave. It's not because of where it was set, Creedmar. It was more about who you were shooting. You'd like to play through 6 as a multiplayer experience? I don't think 6 is one I own. I would be down for that, though. I definitely own 5. Yeah. I remember before someone mentioned that they're still looking. Your shooting is so happy. Yes, it's graduated to the 9-month version. You think you gifted it? I'll double check my library. Someone mentioned they really want a new Silent Hill. As do I. As do I. Very upset at Silent Hills not happening. PT, for those who remember the demo. And there's no news on Fatal Frame, but I would assume they're making a new Fatal Frame at some point. Yeeting someone into a volcano. How most video games can and should end. Shadingus is so happy. I would love a new Fatal Frame. One with modern control sensibilities and quality of life updates. Because let me tell you, playing through Fatal Frame 1 and 2 has been a real exercise in, oh my god, how did we play video games back then? Such bad control schemes. And of course, unmappable, so you can't change anything. Soundtrack, where are we going with this? GoldenEye. GoldenEye didn't really age. It just kind of rusted. Well, you guys don't need to see this. I just want to look at my library and see if I have 6. Where do I get to my library? Why is it always different? Can I Alt-Tab without the game stopping the experience? There we go. Let's do a search in here for Resident Evil. The Resident Evil games that I own, we have Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil Resistance, Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil Revelations, Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil Revelations 2, Resident Evil 7 Teaser, The Beginning Hours, and Resident Evil 6 Benchmark Tool. So I don't actually own Resident Evil 6. I guess Benchmark Tool is a free thing, so everybody has it. Anything on the N64 control-wise is a problem. Oh, you could tell me. Ah, it's on my wish list. That's what you mean. Chris. I am Chris. Yes, I am Chris. Hello. Jet Force Gemini. The game has no controls. It just has a dream. Oh, thank you, Milk. Mighty Odin says, I was wrong. What were you wrong about, Mighty Odin? The only good N64 controlling game was Mischief Makers. Evelyn was not made by Umbrella. Haha! I was gonna say, like, nothing in this game indicated, even remotely, that it was Umbrella responsible. Chris! Yes, I am Chris. I've been known by many names. Chris is one of them. Binari Sonari, Agile Media Networks, Otoy, Poletown. Alright, get to the end. Read the before. No, that is the fun part. It's playing as Shiva. Sorry, chat is like out of order for me. I'll get it for you. Oh! Thank you. Wait, I read that. Playing a Shiva in 5 is the fun part? Oh. Like, gameplay-wise, 5 was... It was good. Like, it handles like 4 with some quality of life upgrades. It's just, like, you don't do as much fun stuff in it. The story wasn't quite as good, and it did have a little bit of a weird, like... They should have had someone review their script a few times and be like, why don't we change the setting and a few other things here? Ooh. Here we go. Yeah, more B-movie, less dumb Resident Evil stuff. And we're all about that dumb Resident Evil stuff. Alright, it took me 9.5 hours to play through it. I died 15 times. Mr. Everywhere is destroyed. 7 out of 20. 11 out of 18 coins. Most of the files. Didn't use any stabilizers. Weapon, Albert 01R, will be added to the item box in the main game. Nice. Ah, not a hero. Download for free via the More menu. We'll probably take a look at the Zoe DLC and the Chris Redfield DLC, because I am curious about experiencing a little bit more of the weird Resident Evil plot lines. I do like that stuff. But we're not going to start that right now. Instead, there's a demo I want to look at.